Good morning, welcome to the season finale from my completely failed travel series. Because the Northcape failed in Germany. Then I had an Unimog event and I couldn't go with my Unimog. And then I went to Allrad and I also couldn't go with my Unimog. So I rented a completely shitty van life van. I'm camping today and this camping spot, I think nobody camped here before in its Unimog. Because, yeah, let me show you. Yeah, this is Schiphol Airport and that's the runway, and here the airplanes come down. So yeah, I'm parked under the runway on Schiphol, and here you can see all the company trucks from my work, because I had a night shift and this weekend I've also like a mini Unimog meetup where we just have fun and barbecue. So yeah, let's go to there and finish this failed travel season. I arrived at the event and look how beautiful it here is. And I think this is one of the nicest spots here on the event. Most are there, but here between, I think they are apple trees by this little building and U1300 there. Here Jeep with the trailer. Yeah, let's check this event and see what's going on. Unimog 404 has the original old style radio box because it has bigger windows, different doors. They are square here. Also the door frame is square. And also different rear doors with way bigger windows. And there's only one roof hatch. Also the hinges are different style. But it has still like the boxes here normally for the batteries. And here on the other side we have the plate. Handglas GmbH type Einheitskofferanbau 1.5 tons. Bouwjaar 1965. And I have the same style of step here. This one doesn't have a heater on top. So yeah, this is the old style radio box. And here a really big camper with a lifting roof. And here a really nice, I think it's a 1300 with a modern front. And here a 416 fire truck, fast axles. This one really goes fast on the highway. DAF 314, Unimog U2150L with a crane. Here an Unimog 1700 with a crane, really nice one. And here an Unimog 1500. And here we have a nice drinks and barbecue. Cock the Roan, his big Unimog there. This one is for the parachute roof to hold it up, an 1850L. I think this was a 1300 with a bigger cap and bigger wheels. An Akmat 6x6 French truck with a trailer. Our famous Unimog 1000 boat. It's now Sunday in the afternoon and the event is like almost over. Everyone is going home and we had a big stunt with the boat or Unimog boat. That was really fun. So my Unimog, how is it like with the camper? And yeah, let's give a small tour and tell you about how I like the interior or not, or how it goes. My Unimog has an OM 617 diesel engine. With power steering from Unimog 406 and then the winch on the front and a high air intake and a big hella light. And on the winch I have 10mm winch rope from Selfvlechter and some extra mountings here on the bumper for these shackles from 4x4 Sint Annaland. Yeah, it's a cabrio of course. And on top there's a solar panel that's now 340 watt and that is really great. It's plenty of power that I'm making now. And on the side of the radio box I have double side doors so I can open it over 170 centimeters and I really love that. It just transforms the box completely, and I have an extended rear end that's around 50 centimeters longer or something. So here I have a subwoofer I bought on the flea market. The placing is completely not practical, but yeah, it's a subwoofer. Not sure if I keep it in the Unimog. It's just nice to play with. So the interior. How do I like this layout with the bed in the rear, the kitchen in the front, here seating and the water tank and the batteries and the toilet. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, simple answer. It's really practical. So the kitchen is here with running water and a sink. It's now full of dishes. Here's a diesel heater, 2 kilowatts with the controls here, and the water pump is under here. Here we have the 50-liter fridge from Waco. It's from a truck, from a Volvo FH. I bought it used for 175 euros. It's still 1350 euros new. So yeah, it's a good deal. Here's an induction cooktop from the IKEA. and I really enjoy that. It's so practical to just cook on the induction in my Unimog. Yeah, it works great. So no gas on board. Here my marine radio from Fusion. Here a simple temperature meter with inside and outside temperature. I put the sensor in the floor in a little hole, so it's under the box now. Here my Victron solar controller, DC-DC converter, fuses, big fuse block, a lot of cables. And the interior that you see now is temporary to test out the layout. Just to see how I like it to have this kind of layout. Here my water tank, 130 liter, good placement for the weight, because the Unimog is quite easily too heavy on the rear axle, and I want to have it like more 50-50. Here my big Victron inverter, the Phoenix 2000, 1600 watt continuous, and needed for the induction stove. It works great because the induction stove is 2000 watt and the induction stove on setting 7 is 1500 watts, so that works great. I made a top on top of the water tank here to keep stuff in, so I can drive around without stuff flying everywhere. A simple water cooker, fuses for the 230 volt, the amplifier for the subwoofer. So yeah, let's show you where the toilet sits. It's from Keldwick. It's a composting toilet and it's really great, and it doesn't smell because it has a little fan in the rear that blows the air out, but even without a fan it works great. So I lift this up. And then the toilet is here, so I can do my my business. It separates the fluids and the solids, and under here I have the toilet roll and sawdust to drop over it, and it really works great. I use it on Aperture Allrad, and yeah, I like it. And I'm gonna do a full review of it. Because I use it now enough to have a good opinion about how it works. Under here I have my AO lithium batteries, total 200 amp hours of lithium, and this is absolutely great. It's perfect for the induction cooktop with the inverter, because you need 2 batteries to have enough power to the inverter that batteries don't run hot and that it just works. And a battery shunt from Victron and charge cables here, but when I drive around and with the solar panel I never need to plug in while camping probably. I have the option, but it's not needed. Here my food storage, it's completely full. It's all the food that I had for the Northcape trip still in there, and yeah, it's all good for a few years, so I can keep it for next year, no problem. Here I made a bench where 2 people can sit, but this cushion was 28 euros and it's completely shit. It doesn't give any comfort, but it looks good and it's cheap enough. But in the final layout I will have custom made cushions that are perfectly fine. And the seating height here is 40 centimeters, so also a taller person can sit here without an issue. So that's really important with a lower box like this, because I don't have standing height, that you make sure you can sit comfortably. And it's also important to have a deeper seating, so you can sit like straight up or in a different position, more chilled, with extra cushion in your back or something like that. Here we have the bed. It's a single bed and has a mattress for my kids' bed that was the perfect size, and it sleeps very good. But in the final version I will make a 2-person bed of 130 centimeters wide. Here I made a shelf for clothing and a net in front of it, and my speakers and my fishing rods. Yeah, that's a really good solution, that you can just dump your stuff in there, put the net up and drive around. Under the bed I have storage for my tools, the tire crane, some spare parts, some more food storage, just general big storage unit. But in the final version, then the bed will be more here, and I will make a drawer here and make it a little bit more practical. Here we made a last minute solution to put more in it, so with some wood like a box. I like that because I can just dump stuff in it and drive around. And I got a little IKEA shelf system for smaller things like toothbrush, toothpaste, like toiletry stuff, and a little border here so nothing rolls off. So what I'm planning here is more like storage cabinet or some drawers, or like a custom solution to the roof. And yeah, storage is really important, and this is the place where I gonna do the storage. So the placement of the toilet is fine. The batteries, maybe I gonna place them on a different spot. Not sure yet, because I gonna redo the whole layout. But the layout with the kitchen here, the seating here, and the bed there, that will keep in. I'm back in the workshop, and my drive today went very smooth, went very well. I took like lovely small roads and like through the fields and around the farms, and twisting and water everywhere. Yeah, really enjoyable to drive around. And the Unimog, I think I fixed all the problems. No oil leaking under it. The clutch is working great, the engine is running great, the gearbox, the revision gearbox is super smooth. So a successful finale of this travel season. So I went 50 kilometers as my farthest destination. That worked out. Yeah, this year is not my year with my Unimog. But from now on, we will do more driving, more events, more Unimog, and less wrenching on the Unimog. But the interior, the layout, I really enjoy it. It's just my little home on wheels. And the kitchen top can be a little bit larger. The bed needs to be larger for 2 persons, but the layout and the openness in the layout is great. And the AO lithium batteries and the Kildwick toilets both work super well. Also the whole electric installation, the 12-volt system in the camper, it's without any issues. I can just power my induction stove, make meals, don't have to worry about the power. And yeah, the systems in the camper are perfect. Also the water system, yeah. So if you'd like to support me, you can check out my Ko-fi page or make a PayPal donation. And thanks for watching.